Welcome to Gourmet Brewing, where we delve into all things brewing. In today's video, we're going to take you on an exciting journey through the 2023 Home Brew Con held in San Diego. We met homebrewing expert John Palmer and had an engaging conversation about the ins and outs of homebrewing. We not only discussed the bustling event at the Town and Country, but also the wide array of beers and industry VIPs in attendance. We also dive deep into the world of yeast, specifically the Norwegian Kveik yeast. We discuss its availability, fermentation properties, and unique flavors that it can bring to your brew. So whether you're a beginning home brewer or an advanced one, this video has lots for you. Join us as we discover this exotic yeast and its potential to elevate your brews. Hi, I'm at the 2023 Home Brew Con in San Diego and ran into my old friend John Palmer. We actually went out to dinner last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good time. We had some very, very nicely prepared food, very small, but very tasty.
It was. There were some things there I'd never had before.
Yeah, scallops, oysters and stuff. It was cool.
Yeah. Well, some of them I didn't even recognize. Well, John, tell us about where we are right now. This is a really cool spot at HomebrewCon.
Yeah, we're here at the Town and Country Resort in San Diego. This is, I think, the third HomebrewCon that we've held here over the years. They've also done some craft brew conferences here. Very, very popular spot that the BA likes. And it's nice with the pools and the large hotel facility. Lots of room.
And specifically, what are they doing? Looks like they're giving away beer.
Oh, yeah. This is the hospitality suite they always have at HomebrewCon. Local clubs bring in their beers, their kegs, and you can just wander up anytime and get yourself some really good homebrew.
So do you think HomebrewCon is just for the advanced brewer?
No, it's for all levels of brewer. I've been coming for a long time, but I remember back in '95, my first one that I attended, I was still fairly new to it, and I learned a lot, and I still learn a lot.
Did you feel intimidated? Because there's
some
real experts here.
Yeah, there are. But, it's just everybody's here to learn and share the love of beer. And, yeah, you quickly get over, being worried and just enjoy the enthusiasm everyone has.
Well, there's some real VIPs behind us, too.
Yeah.
Who have we got behind us?
Oh, we got Chris White from White Labs. We've got Jamil Zainashev. We got Ken Schramm. We got a lot of industry experts here.
Maybe this is not just for the beginning home brewers. You got advanced home brewers. You got the whole range. John, they were talking about Kveik Yeast in one of the presentations.
I've written about Kveik.
Yep.
It is a pretty new yeast. Last 5, maybe 10 years out max. But Kveik is a Norwegian strain or group of strains that are native there. And what's remarkable about them is they ferment cleanly at a much higher temperature range than conventional ale or lager yeasts. Mm-hmm. So it's another tool that new brewers can use, where if they don't have active temperature control, they don't have a spare refrigerator to be able to ferment in, and that you can use Kveik yeast to brew at very warm temperatures, and I'm talking 90 to 105 degrees Fahrenheit. Mm-hmm. If that's your local environment, then these yeasts work very well at those temperatures.
So is it going to make my beer taste Norwegian? I don't know that I like Norwegian beer.
No, you do. Yeah.
Okay.
They are their own group of strains, so they have some of their own characteristics. Two of the most popular, like the Voss and the Hornindal strains. Voss often has a hint of orange peel character in its esters.
Yep.
The Hornindal is a little bit cleaner, but it also has some different esters that some associate with, like Brettanomyces character. There's a whole range of characters you can get with the various Voss or the various Kveik strains.
So if I'm a beginning home brewer, Kveik sounds exotic. Where can I get it? Is there a homebrew shop? Is it commonly, or have to get it online?
Yeah, no, you can probably find it at your local homebrew shop. Several strains are marketed by several yeast companies: Lallemand, Fermentis, Imperial, Omega, and
White Labs.
White Labs. Yes.
Yep.
And I'm sure Y Yeast has a Kveik strain as well now.
And so for the Fermentis and the Lallemand would be a dry yeast, right?
Right.
So that's very convenient
Yeah.
for the beginning home brewer.
Yeah, and another nice thing about the Kveik strains in general is that you pitch them at a lower pitching rate, and because you're fermenting them at higher temperatures, 90 degrees Fahrenheit is about the minimum. You may want to strap a heating pad to your fermenter.
That's not a problem in the deep south in the summer.
Yeah, but they ferment very quickly within
Yeah.
2-3 days.
Oh, you mean I don't have to wait 2 weeks?
No, they ferment much faster.
Any problem with diacetyl? I don't
No.
like buttery beer.
No, they clean up after themselves very well. So they're really a very nice group of strains to experiment with.
So a first-time home brewer should use something as exotic as Kveik. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
new yeast from Norway. No one
Yeah.
heard of it 5 years ago.
Well, we talk about classic styles such as brown ale, American pale ale, and so on. And there's no reason you can't make these styles with the Kveik yeast. It's not going to be exactly the same as if you brewed it with a Chico ale yeast or a 3470 lager yeast, but it is going to be a good beer. And that's the real key.
So it's like the difference, and I know you know styles better than anybody.
Yeah.
It's good beer versus one that could win a competition in a particular style category.
Right. Yeah.
Delicious beer. It's delicious, but
Yeah.
it might not win a competition.
Right. The competitions are like dog shows. You've got to enter the right dog in the right category to get a medal. So, if you're going to brew a brown ale with a Kveik yeast, it won't be exactly a brown ale that you would get, say, with an ale yeast, but it'll be very similar. It will be a delicious beer and one that you're proud to serve to friends.
And easier to brew
Yes.
with than an awful lot of the other yeasts.
Yes. Yeah.
So you don't need temperature controls. Might need a heater to boost things up if it's cool. It's been really cool here in San Diego, so you definitely need that heater.
Right.
Anything else special you need to remember about Kveik? Do I need to use different hops, or can I use the same hops in the recipe?
Same hops, same malts. Kveik does tend to do better with stronger worts.
Yeah.
So higher gravity styles, it tends to express better. But there's no reason you can't use it with the other lower strength styles as well.
So it's easier and faster.
Yeah, just easier and faster. But you have to understand that it's a higher temperature yeast.
That's a real change, because usually you're trying to keep them cool.
Yeah.
And so we can find this. You get the dry yeast at Fermentis, Lallemand. Then we've got the wet yeast companies we can get them from. A wet yeast is a little more advanced for the beginning home brewer.
Sure. But
So I'm kind of thinking of things they could get in, and they could do small batches, medium, large batches with Kveik. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Now, I'm pronouncing it different than you are.
Oh,
Is that my southern?
The pronunciation is hard for a non-Norwegian because they combine the K and the V into one sound, where we tend to look at it as KV and try to space them out. Kveik, where it's just Kveik.
Okay.
Which is I'm not doing it exactly correctly either.
So it sounds like a bike with a K.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
And even in Norway, the pronunciation varies. Some of them pronounce it Kveik. So, Kveik, cake, I don't know.
Well, one of the things I asked you last night that my audience did ask me to ask you is what's coming up next on your How to Brew book?
Oh, well, I am working on the 5th edition. It's going to be published in like 2025, so a couple years from now. But we are going to split it into 2 volumes to make it a little more accessible. the kind of intro to brewing first volume,
Yep.
and then all the nasty, deep nuts and bolts in the second volume.
Don't say nasty.
All the fun stuff in the
Yeah,
second volume.
all the things the engineers like.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I look forward to seeing that. And I look forward to kind of a sneak peek of some things we've got going on. John and I are going to be meeting with Jamil Zanichev, Drew Beecham, Travis Rupp, Jan Bachmaster, if I pronounced that right. I'm sure I didn't. Where Levi Fried is going to be on by Zoom, and Ryan Kresh, I knew I'd pronounced that one wrong. So we're brainstorming a new series on ancient beers. So you're the first to hear. So that'll be fun too.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. So HomebrewCon is great for networking, great for free beer.
Yeah.
Great for meeting VIPs like behind us over here. Step aside, John. Let's see if I can see you there. So this is a VIP table over there, and you can go up and ask them questions. So highly recommend it. Check out HomebrewCon. John, cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you. Wow, John's always fun to talk with. What do you think about Kveik Yeast? How about sharing your Kveik Yeast experiences in the comments below? I want to hear from you. We hope this knowledge helps you on your brewing adventures, especially if you're considering trying out this exotic Norwegian yeast strain. And for more enlightening content, check out these other videos on your screen now. They are perfect for learning more about the art and science of brewing. And don't forget to click on the links in the descriptions below for more resources and tools to assist you in your brewing process. We're excited to share more brewing insights with you, so stay tuned for the next video.